The Chicago Bears wide receiver situation is brewing into a significant talking point as we inch closer to 2026. With DJ Moore and Olamide Zaccheaus departing the roster, the Bears have brought in Khalif Raymond and rookie third-round pick Xavier Thomas. Let's be honest, though, these aren't exactly moves that set the league ablaze. But the real question looms. Could the Bears be hiding a more strategic plan as training camp approaches? Fans, I want to hear from you. Where are you watching from? And what do you think about the Bears' decision-making? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. As we dissect the current roster changes, one thing is clear. The Chicago Bears must prioritize the development of Caleb Williams as he heads into a critical third season. After showing flashes of brilliance in the latter half of 2025, the last thing the Bears can afford is for their promising quarterback to regress due to a lack of support. This isn't just about filling positions. It's about ensuring that Williams has the tools he needs to thrive. Now, let's talk about the current state of the free agent market, which, let's be frank, is looking quite bleak for wide receivers. However, there's one name that stands out: Stefon Diggs. Yes, you heard that right. Diggs, who had a remarkable bounce-back year with the New England Patriots in 2025, racked up 85 receptions for over 1,000 yards and 4 touchdowns. His performance not only showcased his elite talent, but also helped propel the Patriots to a Super Bowl appearance. Yet, despite this success, New England made the puzzling decision to cut him loose after the season. The underlying factors behind Diggs' release cannot be overlooked. Legal trouble stemming from an incident with his former personal chef created a cloud over his future, and understandably, teams have been cautious. However, the tide has turned. Diggs was found not guilty earlier this month, which should clear the path for him to find a new home. Now, let's get down to brass tacks. While the Bears are operating with limited cap space, could they entice Diggs with a cheap one-year deal? It's a gamble, sure, but one that could pay off handsomely. Picture this: a motivated Diggs, eager to prove himself after a tumultuous period, lining up alongside a developing Caleb Williams. It's an enticing prospect that could elevate the Bears' passing game significantly. Of course, it's important to recognize that Diggs' market will likely heat up. Other teams will undoubtedly see the value he brings and may outbid Chicago. But isn't it worth a conversation? General Manager Ryan Poles must at least explore the potential, gauge Diggs' interest, and see if there's a fit. The Bears can't afford to sit idly by while their rivals strengthen their rosters. As we continue to analyze the Bears' moves and the potential of bringing in a player like Diggs, it's essential to remember the stakes involved. The upcoming season is pivotal, not just for the team, but for securing the future of a promising quarterback in Caleb Williams. Chicago fans, your thoughts on these moves are invaluable. What would you like to see happen? Keep that discussion going as we transition to our next topic.
The Chicago Bears are stepping into a daunting challenge this season as they aim to reclaim their dominance in the NFC North for the first time since 2019. Leading into this campaign, it's crucial to acknowledge the uphill battle they face. Based on last year's opponent records, they are set to tackle the most challenging schedule in the league. This was already apparent well before the official schedule release, but the league schedule makers certainly didn't make it any easier. 5 primetime games are looming on the horizon, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The Bears are not just facing tough opponents. They'll also be clashing with their divisional rivals during significant holiday matchups. The Thanksgiving showdown against the Detroit Lions and the Christmas clash at home against the Green Bay Packers highlight the intensity of their upcoming season. Following a tough contest against the Buffalo Bills in Week 15, the Bears will conclude their schedule with critical matchups against each divisional foe. Now, stepping back and analyzing the implications of this schedule, it's clear that the sentiment around the league is mixed. NFL media has pointed to Bears head coach Ben Johnson as one of the biggest losers in this scheduling drama. The whispers of concern are only amplified when you consider the contrasting fortunes of the Green Bay Packers and their head coach, Matt LaFleur, who have been labeled as winners of this release. With 4 of their next 6 games at Lambeau Field following a trip to Tampa in Week 4, the Packers have the luxury of a favorable home stretch. Pair this with late-season matchups against the Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins, and Houston Texans in the cold confines of Green Bay, and it becomes evident that the league has tipped the scales in favor of the Packers. The potential for snow in those late games could be a game-changer, particularly for teams used to milder climates. Moreover, the Packers are set to have a relatively easy start to their schedule, with key players like Micah Parsons and Tucker Kraft assumed to be on the PUP list for the first few weeks. Their Week 5 matchup against the Bears could prove pivotal, especially if those stars are back to bolster Green Bay's defensive and offensive lines. So what does all this mean for the Bears? The league's scheduling decisions seem to have placed an extra burden on Chicago's chances of securing a high playoff seed this season. With the stakes raised during those high-pressure primetime games, the Bears will have to rise to the occasion and prove their mettle against a backdrop of increasing expectations and scrutiny. As we dive deeper into this narrative, it's vital for fans to weigh in. Where are you watching from? And what do you think about the Bears' chances this season? Will the Bears be able to overcome this tough schedule and emerge as contenders in the NFC North, or will the odds stacked against them be too great? With that, we transition to the next segment, where we'll discuss further implications of the Bears' roster moves and how they are preparing to tackle this challenging season ahead. As we dive deeper into the future of the Chicago Bears, the speculation surrounding Caleb Williams is heating up. How will he build on his impressive trajectory heading into the 2026-27 season? Fans, we want to hear from you. Where are you watching from today, and what's your take on the Bears' chances this season? The 2025-26 season was nothing short of a revelation for the Bears, who clawed their way from the depths of the NFC North to a proud playoff appearance. It's a testament to the hard work and determination of not just Caleb Williams, but the entire coaching staff led by Ben Johnson. The question now is whether they can sustain that momentum and elevate the franchise to new heights. Caleb Williams, who initially faced challenges in his rookie year, has emerged as a star under Johnson's guidance. The 2024 draft pick was selected first overall for a reason, and he's proving that he's worth every bit of that selection. Now, the NFL is finally starting to recognize his talent. Analysts are taking note, with Colin Cowherd ranking him as the third-best quarterback in the league heading into the new season. That's a significant endorsement and reflects the growth Williams has shown. Cowherd pointed out Williams' impressive stats: 47 touchdowns against only 13 interceptions over his first 2 seasons, alongside an unprecedented durability record. He's not just surviving. He's thriving under pressure, having taken more hits than any other quarterback during his rookie campaign. That kind of resilience is a rare trait and speaks volumes about his preparation and mental toughness. When Cowherd compares his throwing ability to that of Josh Allen, it's clear that Williams possesses a unique skill set that sets him apart from his peers. The Bears' playoff run last season was a long-awaited return to form. After a 5-year absence from postseason play, this team is hungry for more. While they fell short, the experience gained in those high-stakes games is invaluable. With Williams at the helm and a committed coaching staff, there's no reason to believe that they can't make a deeper run this year. The potential is palpable, and the Chicago skyline may soon be witnessing the Bears' resurgence as a dominant force in the league. As we look ahead, the Bears have to capitalize on this momentum. The pressure is on Williams not just to replicate his past successes, but to elevate his game even further. The coaching staff, including Johnson, must provide the right support, drafting strategies, and game plans that maximize his talents. The synergy between a franchise quarterback and a head coach can make or break a team's future, and the foundation is there. The fan base is buzzing with excitement, and rightly so. The Bears are on the cusp of something special, and they have a quarterback who can lead them there. With the right pieces around Williams, including offensive weapons and a bolstered defense, the Bears could very well return to their glory days. So, Bears Nation, as we wrap up this segment, let's keep the conversation going. What are your thoughts on Caleb Williams and the direction of this franchise? Make sure to comment below and let us know where you're tuning in from. Don't forget to subscribe for all the latest updates on our beloved Bears. The future is bright, and together we can rally behind this team as they aim for greatness.